With great power comes great responsibility. Those words are repeated so often that people forget how heavy they truly are. They are not a blessing. They are not a compliment. They are a burden. They shaped Peter Parker. They created Spider-Man. They drew a fragile line between heroism and disaster. But what if that line slowly faded? Not in one moment, not with a dramatic decision, but quietly, over time. What if Spider-Man didn't reject responsibility outright, but simply stopped prioritizing it? Spider-Man had the power to stop crime, to save lives, to change the future of an entire city. But power is never passive. Power demands attention. Power demands sacrifice. And eventually, power demands a choice. In this reality, Spider-Man chose himself. At first, the choice seemed harmless. He still stopped the big threats, the world-ending villains, the disasters that made headlines. The city still loved him. Children still waved. Criminals still ran. But something subtle changed. Spider-Man stopped answering every call. He stopped showing up for the forgotten corners of the city, the places without cameras, without reporters, without applause. He told himself he deserved balance, a normal life, rest. And maybe he did. But heroes are not measured by fairness. They are measured by presence. As Spider-Man appeared less, the city adapted. Crime did not disappear. It reorganized. Gangs learned patterns. Criminals learned schedules. Fear returned, slowly and intelligently. People waited for Spider-Man. They trusted him. They believed he would come. And when he didn't, confusion replaced hope. Hospitals waited. Police waited. Entire neighborhoods waited. Spider-Man felt powerful, not because he saved everyone, but because everyone depended on him. Dependence feels like importance, like control, like validation. But dependence always carries a cost, because when people depend on you, your absence becomes damage. Spider-Man began to feel the pressure. Every siren felt like an accusation. Every failure felt louder than every success. And instead of leaning in, he leaned away. He told himself the city would adapt, that people needed to learn resilience. But resilience born from abandonment is not strength. It is survival. The city no longer asked, "Is Spider-Man coming?" It asked, "Why didn't he come?" Trust began to fracture. Rumors spread. Anger followed. The hero myth weakened. Because power without responsibility does not remain neutral. It creates instability. Spider-Man did not become evil. He did not attack the innocent. He did not destroy the city. He simply stopped caring enough. And that was worse, because villains create enemies. Neglect creates emptiness. A hero who chooses convenience over duty does more damage than any villain. Spider-Man watched the city struggle and told himself it wasn't his fault. But deep down, he knew the truth. Heroes are not defined by the battles they win. They are defined by the people they refuse to abandon. As Spider-Man continued choosing himself, the city changed its relationship with him. Not with anger, not with hatred, but with doubt. And doubt is fatal to symbols, because symbols only survive on belief. Spider-Man became unreliable, and unreliability destroys faith. The city stopped waiting, stopped believing, stopped hoping. Not because Spider-Man was evil, but because he was inconsistent. And in the end, Spider-Man stood alone. Not hunted, not hated, but irrelevant. And irrelevance is the quiet death of a hero. Because the greatest failure of a hero is not falling into darkness. It is choosing comfort over responsibility.